Hang on, it's doing like a little loading thing. So here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Thomas with the PHS News. Today I'll be interviewing Miss Christensen, one of our assistant principals here at PHS. We're going to be getting you all the details you need to be ready to come back to school in the week of October 19th. Now, if you're like me, you got a lot of questions. Hopefully this interview will help you out. Miss Christensen, all right, first question. Do we have to wear actual masks to school?
Yes, and first I want to say welcome back, Poudre High School students. We are so happy to have you back in school and back in classes. We're excited to see you. This building has definitely not been the same without you. So to answer Thomas's first question, yes, you do have to wear a mask inside the building. Every single student and staff member must wear a mask. This is not optional to come to school. And also please remember that your masks need to be school appropriate. So though we are going to be following the code of conduct, just like we would with clothing. So make sure that there's, you're following the code of conduct again with those masks. There's no profanity, there's no alcohol or drug references on your mask. So those will be asked to change your mask if those things are on your masks.
Okay, now this one has come up a lot of times, especially in my household. The school is being divided into an A-B kind of a format. How are you dividing the school?
Good question. So the AB format actually goes by last names. So depending on what your last name is, that is will determine if you're in group A or group B. And this is the same from elementary, middle school, and high school. So if you have a sibling that is in elementary or middle school, you will all be on either an A group or a B group for that. And you can find that if you go to your student view and look underneath student info tab. And there will show you if you are in group A or in group B. So they are by last names. And if we had to also, if some of the classes were overloaded with students, we may have made a change in which grouping you are in. But again, in student view, underneath your student info tab, you can find which group you're in.
Okay, now during synchronous time when everybody's in a Google Meet, many people have asked, especially in my TV class, what do you do during an off period? Like, where do you go? Are you allowed to roam the school? Things like that.
Another good question, Thomas. So there are going to be designated areas where students are going to be able to be on their off period. So when it's still nice outside, and if it's not, if you want to bring your jacket, you can go outside during those times. And we are also going to have the media center available and the commons available. You will not be able to roam the school or sit in different places of the school like we have in years past.
Okay, and I'm not sure if you answered this already, but are we still gonna have an open campus, or is that all gonna change?
No, that is not changing. Yes, we are going to have an open campus.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm sure many people are happy about that. Now, are Fridays still gonna be asynchronous and fully remote?
Yes, they are. And so they will be just like they are right now. Again, they will be asynchronous days for students.
Okay. Now, how's social distancing gonna work in the classrooms and the hallways?
That's a good question as well. So with the AB days, we're going to have obviously half the students here at school. So we're right about 1,900 students in the building. So each day we're probably going to have about 950 students if everybody's here that day that will be in the halls. So first of all, talking about your classrooms. You will have assigned seats in your classroom. And you will be in those desks are going to be as socially distanced as they can be. Our goal is to be 6 feet apart in the classrooms. So that will be in the classrooms. In the hallways, we are going to have a directional flow going through the hallways with arrows and signs of which way you will need to travel during passing periods. We are also going to have 2 different bells after each period. They're going to be 2 minutes apart. So one bell is going to ring, and then half the students are going to get released from class and start making their way to their next class. 2 minutes later, there's going to be another bell that rings, that then those students will be released from class. So we're trying to not have everybody in the hall all at once.
Okay, I feel like this is going to help, especially in that one part of the hall. It's an intersection. Everybody's crowded around there. You can't get through.
You are correct.
This is gonna really help a lot. Okay. Now, if I want to stay fully remote, is that an option? And if so, who should I talk to?
Yes, we do have a couple options for students who do want to stay fully remote. And you do need to talk to your counselor as soon as possible if that is something that you and your family are thinking about.
All right. Now, what will lunch look like?
Lunch is going to be kind of the same, I guess. So for lunch, we have literally gone around the entire school and measured out every 6 feet on the floors throughout the entire school. So those assigned seating is going to be put into an app. So similar to how if you were 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, how last year when we had the flows on those days where you got to sign up if you wanted to go participate in the Zumba class or go to a study hall, you clicked and signed up for a location. That is how lunch is going to work. So you are going to pick a spot where you want to sit at lunch. And you must sit at that spot so we can do contact tracing during the lunchtime. So now say Thomas wants to sit by his best friend at lunch. They just need to pick 2 spots that are socially distanced, that are 6 feet from each other. So they might pick zone A, seat 1, and seat 2. So you still are going to be able to be with your friends at lunch, socially distanced at specific locations in the school. And you'll get more information on that, but you will have assigned seats during lunch, but you will get to choose them and you can sit by your friends.
So it's kind of like a reservation at a restaurant.
That's exactly what it is, a reservation at a restaurant. Now, if you go to the movie theater, sometimes you can pick your seats at the movie theaters, and that's going to be exactly what it's going to be like.
All right. Thank you for answering all of our questions. I hope you have a wonderful day. And everyone who has tuned into the PHS News, I hope you have a wonderful day as well.
Go Pooter!